he's had a great season, and he's the forgotten man in the Juan Soto trade, and that is Trent Grisham. Guy's on pace for 30 home runs this year. He's been the leadoff guy for them mostly this season. Time and time again, whether it's a grand slam, it's a clutch home run, I don't know what it is, Joel. His approach looks better. He just looks like a completely different player in terms of the play, the at-bats and plate appearances. From the field, you can still get a little frustrated where he looks like he loafs in center field on some fly balls and balls that have high catch probability that he doesn't get to. But overall, for the player himself, he's been a very important piece for this Yankees team. I don't know, Joel. Do you have a comp for Trent Grisham? And the larger question is, what do the Yankees do with Trent Grisham? Because he is a free agent at the end of the year, and do they extend him the qualifying offer?
Yeah, there's a lot there. So let's start with something that I think is important. The Yankees lost Juan Soto, and if they don't have a successful season this year, I don't think it's going to be about the loss of Juan Soto. Like again, because I know what Yankee fans think, they're like Cashman sucks at everything. Well, Cody Bellinger and Trent Grisham are on Cashman's ledger also, right? Like they were Cashman got Grisham included in the trade, and there was a real tough decision, I think, for me in the offseason whether they even tendered him a contract coming off a bad year, and they tendered him, and they got Bellinger, and those two guys together, and even independently, their numbers stand up. It's like their numbers clearly stand up to Kyle Tucker, who would have cost them Luis Heel in a trade. So, like, all good for the Yankees there. Grisham is the kind of player, again, he's a Yankee in a lot of ways. He is really talented. He is really talented. There's a smoothness, obviously, to his game. He is not one of those guys who blinks under pressure. We saw that, right? He played great against the Mets as a Padre in their playoff series a couple of years ago. He obviously has a bad moment in his history where the Juan Soto's Nationals in 2019. One of the reasons they get through the Brewers is Grisham misplays a ball in right field, but that was not a really easy play. Yeah, I think that the other part of it is all fascinating and is going to make all our off-season shows fascinating.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like, if you know you're keeping Bellinger, you don't have to keep Grisham. If you don't know, do you have to keep Grisham? If you really believe in Spencer Jones, do you have to keep Grisham? So I think that there's all of that. I think there's a media question. The qualifying offer will probably be about $22 million. I think if the Yankees put the qualifying offer, they can't put it on Bellinger, who's already had it. Right? You can only have it once. I think if the Yankees put it on on Grisham, I think there's a fairly good chance he might take it. Because, let's play the game. Does he get 3 at 39, 3 at 42, 3 at 45? What's his number in the offseason? 2 at 32? Off of this year, but not a great body of work, not a great body. You've got to wonder how his body's going to age. Could you play this is that walk year season that fools you, and he goes immediately back to being who he was the minute he signs a contract? I don't know. The sport is clamoring for guys who can hit, so I think he's going to get a deal, and I think somebody will buckle and give him 3. Let's say it's 3 at 45. Does he go for 3 at 45? And again, remember, there'll be a little chilling of the market if the Yankees put the qualifying offer on him. Or is he better off doing 1 at 22? I think it's something he'd have to think about, worrying if he's even getting to 3 at 45 in this marketplace. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'll get 3 at 60. Maybe people will look at it and say, center fielder who hits home runs and draws walks. Shit, I'll give that a lot of money.
Right.
If I were guessing today, my guess would be 3 at 42. That would probably be about the number for him. I've been right on some of these. I've been wildly wrong on some of these over the years.
But you would think he has a market, though, right? He has a pretty good market, considering the guy almost hit. I understand maybe
I think he has a great market for 1 or 2 years when he'll absolutely want 3, 4, or 5. like it's a little bit like if Pete Alonso puts himself out as a 2-year player, he has a gigantic market. But if he puts himself out as a 5, 6, and 7-year player, he has a lot less of market. So I think the question is, Grisham is this is he had the right year at the right time.
He's
He
28 years old.
plays a position that is of great need. He's 28 years old. Body wise, you think he's 28 years old? Would you bet on him to stay healthy and
History
productive?
would say he's not going to stay healthy.
Right. Uh, and there are probably some guy, it seems, who will be like, I just can't have a player who moves like that in the field where it feel like whatever the reality is, the body language is telling me something.